Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the Wild at Heart Show. Real, authentic, and uncut. This is the show for man, by man, about man, here on USA Global TV and Radio. Welcome, welcome. My name is Roland. I am the host of the show, the moderator, and actually the creator of the show. And the background is, besides my main business, since almost 3 decades, I do coaching, consulting in big international companies worldwide with my team. I dedicated my life to men's work and the environment. So I started a few years ago with Sparing for Men, where men share in a safe environment, whatever they want to share. That's what you do on a regular basis online. And yeah, about a year ago, we started to bring this also on USA Global TV and Radio every Wednesday, same time, same procedure, Wild at Heart. So, and I'm not alone. We always have a bunch of men, I said, our panelists with different backgrounds, different cultures, different countries, different ages, where we always discuss topics that are quite interesting. And if you missed one of the shows, or if you want to share the recordings of all the previous shows, please go to our website. It's bonfiredocs.com. On bonfiredocs.com, you will find the biographies and the contact details of the panelists, of the core team, but also, of course, all the episodes that are recorded. So if you missed one, you can always go back, or if you love this show, you want to share it with other people, here you find all the recordings. But let's get started. The topic for the day, I'm not quite excited about this. It's more a funny topic, but also can be very deep and serious. The topic for the day is, what do men do when women decide to leave the planet? Interesting question, yeah? And I'm very happy that I share this with 2 gentlemen today, because some of the panelists are out for this show for a different reason. So we send a lot of prayers and love to Big Scott, who is in hospital, also quick recovery to Marcin, and also for Red, who has another appointment. But we have an amazing team, and first start with our core team and my dear friend from Germany. Welcome on the show again, Christian.
Hi, Roland. How's it going?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Great to see you again. I always love, can't wait to get on Wednesday and meet the guys and the boys and have a discussion. Great to have you back on the show. How are you doing? All good?
Thanks. Yeah, all good. And this topic, it really keeps working in my mind since the day you mentioned it. Because it really started something inside of me. I'm really looking forward for this show. And I think funny would not be the word that I would use to describe how I would feel when the women decide to leave our planet. So I'm really looking forward. Let's go say hi to our next panelist.
Yeah, before we bring him on, Christian, it's actually the truth. You know, sometimes we're just making jokes with men, but when it's reality, we say, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm very interesting what your comments are. But let's bring our guest man for today. An hour ago, we had an amazing show together on the Mallorca Connection. We talked about the new Earth. It was really interesting. If you missed the show, go on YouTube, USA Global TV and Radio, the Mallorca Show, and you will find the show. It was a fantastic interview, a fantastic tribe that is building up, a fantastic network. And he said, hey, I'm on the show. Thanks. He's joining us from Brazil. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you. Very excited to be part of this conversation.
Hi, Alex.
Cool. Thanks for your flexibility, and welcome to the Wild at Heart Show.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So the topic is, what do men do? What we are doing when women decide to leave the planet? And as we said in the intro, Christian, I said it's a funny topic, but it's funny as long as it not becomes reality. Christian, what are your thoughts? You said it was going on your head since we launched this topic last week.
Yes. So the first thing that happened was like, okay, I read this. What do men do when women decide to leave the planet? And it left me completely speechless at first. I really didn't know what to feel, and neither did I know what to think. It was like flatline. I didn't feel, I didn't think. It was like, okay, whoa. I never regarded this as a possibility. So it's really a lot of stuff going on inside of here. During the days right now, I'm working with this topic. So the first reaction was like shock. And then after that, as my system calmed down again, it started like, okay, let's get this from a quite malish look, like, okay, what would happen to the system? That was the first question that came up to me. So what if, like, I mean, 50 or more than 50% of human mankind is just gone. So with the existing system, so I think this would be collapsing. Of course, it would. So that was the way I was trying to work with this absolutely new situation. Like, there's like 50% people missing, and so this was like, I think it was like surviving mode that my brain was going to. Like, how can I at first, like, how can we as men save our lives? In fact, well, this how do you call it? A Fortpflanzung? You know it in German? Can you help me, Roland?
Trostpflaster.
Pardon?
I don't know what it is in English.
Like,
you know it, Alex?
reproducing ourselves. Like, okay, this is the point when we are going to like fade away, like humanity, because men alone, okay, we can't reproduce. So that was something that came to my mind. Okay, how we going to handle this topic? Like, how are we going to survive as only men? So we can't do it like becoming like these seahorses. I think they can change their sex, so we can do that. So this was the way I approached.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to shock you. Maybe, guys, I have to tell you why I came up with this topic. You know, I'm traveling around Europe in my motorhome, and actually my girlfriend, she was with me until mid of August, and since then, since 6 months, I'm traveling alone. So she left the motorhome, you know, she left the planet. But it's my motorhome. And I was thinking about, and I was thinking about, you know, why and what's going on with me and why she's doing. Is it my fault? Should I follow her? What should I do? Stay here, or should I convince her to stay a long time? And then I come up with this on a macrocosmic center. Okay, what is when women decide to leave? Is it, what should we do? Should we first think about, is it our fault? Why should they leaving? It's because of us. Should we hold them back, or maybe we should get in contact with them? Maybe we follow them. Maybe they find a better place. So different stuff came, through my head, absolutely. And I was also shocked a little bit, of course. Alex, how about you, man?
I must say, since the topic was introduced to me, my mind has been breaking over it. Part of me wants to make bad cafe jokes about women being able to organize all of that. Another part of me feels like, yeah, it's clearly immediately the end. Especially on my journey with GaiaNet, really looking into socioeconomic system, how we as humanity live on the planet, and the role of the masculine energy, feminine energy. I've been starting to see how much women do, how much weight they carry, how much of the gaps they fill without the men noticing, because they're too busy doing all kinds of other things. Yeah, obviously it would be a disaster.
Absolutely. Man, guys, I know all of you. We free, we all straight. So I would love to have somebody. Maybe we have somebody in the audience who is gay. You know, maybe he sees it absolutely different. The topic. I said, well, it's okay, it's cool. So please, ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching us, listening to us, send us your comments. We are more than open to discuss with you. Absolutely, Christian. After the shock. When the shock was gone, what was your conclusion? Do you have any strategy in your head? You know, we men are very solution focused.
As my approach was, it was quite solution focused. At first, I wanted to make sure, okay, we as men, we survive. So that was the first. Okay, we gotta survive. First thing, and then I absolutely agree with Alexander. The next thought that came to my mind was, we as men. We will there's this I don't know, is it a quote or something, like, you never know a good thing until you lose it. So that would happen. Like if the women leave, we would really learn on a very, very hard way what they are carrying, as you said, Alexander, what they do, how much flow and female energy they bring into our systems, how much we can and do learn from them, and what unique qualities they have that we can't provide as men. But I think this would be a thing of like later. At first, I think we men would try to somehow fix the problem, like as you said, Roland, solution solving. We would try to hold up the system, take care of ourselves. I think sex would be a topic quite soon, because we men we are struggling with that. And if there is no, well, you're smiling, Alex, but I think that would be the way. Like, you know, first we try to fix our surviving, and next thing would be, okay, how can we reproduce? How can we hold up mankind somehow? So as they're gone, we have to find a way. I mean, there is maybe those frozen. I don't know if it's the right term. Frozen eggs, like the women have in their. Oh, I don't know the English words for that.
Yeah, you're frozen eggs, like a frozen sperm. You're frozen eggs, and then we can. Yeah.
We can do it like outside, like external growing kids, stuff like that. Wow, that makes me shiver really only thinking about that. So, and then later I think we will go on higher energy and spiritual states, thinking and feeling like what kind of outcome there would be or impact on us when women leave. So on all the other life topics that show up.
Gentlemen, you both guys, you're already in the worst case scenario that they leave, but the topic is, what do we do when they decide to leave? They're still here. There's such a decision. They're not left. So what can we do? Do we want them to stay, and what can we do?
Well, if I just a short jump in, the women I know, if they decide something, they fucking do it. End of story.
You know, I'm a person, I never give up.
Okay, Alex, what do you say? What are your opinion?
I can already picture Roland begging them to stay, like dragging on their feet.
Not begging. What can we do better? What can we do differently? I guess the topic in my head is they're living. There's a reason why they're living. Okay, so the reason
for me,
the question, what can we do better for us and them?
Let's start to listen. Ask them questions and then listen and then really try to understand. I think that is already revolutionary in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good point. Yeah.
Well, okay, before you act, asking a question and fully listening. Yeah, before you act. Okay. Yeah, that's revolutionary for most men.
Well, I think women are maybe they're even better in that kind of decision making than men. I've seen women enduring really tough times for a very, very long period of time. And then there is this point they decide. And then there is no way back, because they're making up their minds, and much more, they're making up their souls and their heart. And if a decision comes from there, I doubt that there really is a way back. You have to be, I don't know, you have to be like really, really good arguments, and you have to touch their hearts again, that they will change their minds. So I think if the decision is made, it doesn't look good for us.
I mean, I'm with you, Christian. I know it from relationship. Most women they bury it a really long time, and then they do a decision and they are out of the relationship much longer. The process going on, so they decide already. The man still doesn't have any idea. There's this joke when two guys meet and said, "How is your marriage?" and said, "Well, she's still living with me." So most men don't realize that she's in a process of just getting out. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. And when she's through this process, she's gone. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. But let's think positive. So they made a decision. Hopefully they communicate with us to let us know before they say goodbye. Not we're gonna wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, my single status is I sleep diagonal in my bed." So now, let's say they confront us with a decision. What can we do? Alex said, asking question, listening. Okay, and then.
It pretty much depends on what they're sharing, Why? As oldest generation millennial, I ask why everywhere. Why do you decide to go? And why would you maybe kind of be open to reverse that decision? What would you need to see in order to stay? I can make a lot of guesses of what the answers will sound like. But I think it really starts with us men realizing that something needs to change, and not in the outside world, not stuff we can change by, again, making plans and strategies and action. No, inside of us. Much of it has to do with the ability to bring space and give them space. There's so much wisdom and power inside the feminine that just never got heard, because the men have just been busy and stressed and running around for the past centuries, millennia probably.
Guys, you said something very important. Is asking question, and it's really revolutionary. It's not fun. It's really revolutionary. Asking question, listening, because many men are they're very solution driven, but most of the time we don't talk much. We make assumptions. We make assumptions. Yeah, and we just make assumption and then we go for it. And here's the same assumption. First of all, we don't know why they're leaving. It's because of us. They're fed up with us, with the man. Yeah. With the man's world, yeah, or maybe it's a different reason. Say, hey, we find a better place to live because I don't know, it looks better, whatever it is. So it must not be our fault. It's just an assumption. So there are different options.
Exactly. Yes. Well, we're just starting the conversation. Well, this is a huge topic, so it's
Absolutely.
great. There's a lot of it.
Yeah. One question, guys. When the reason is us, it's us men, and they want us to change in the way that we're not willing to change. Are we ready to compromise and say no, bye-bye, or say, we have to change totally? We don't love it, we don't like it, but yeah, you're ready for any price to keep them back, or say no?
Well, they're surely in a position of power there, so I'm very curious what demands they might be coming with.
I think this is in a population of then like 5 billion people that are left. I think there will be men crawling like, "Oh, don't go, I'll do anything you want," stuff like that. There'll be others like standing in pride and say, "Yeah, okay, you want to leave, go." So I don't know. I think there will be all.
Yeah, but the question is how much are you ready to compromise? Are you ready to say, promise things, okay, I do this and this, and you said, oh, fuck this, then my life is fucked off too, or just to keep them, or
Well, it's
how much are you willing to sell your soul? Your man's soul. Your masculinity.
Yeah, Christian, tell us.
Nope. Well, this is a hypothetical
Of course.
topic like that. So, I mean, the question you're really asking is, are you willing to accept that this is the end of mankind? Because if I keep my mind as straight as I can be, like, if you ask me I'm lacking the word, verraten?
Betray?
Yes, thank you. To betray myself in order to somehow survive, this is really cruel. This is like this feels really cruel. And I think no woman with a heart would ask that question. Because they don't want us to betray ourselves. This is maybe something that women do have in a kind of inner knowing about that. They don't want us to lie to ourselves. They don't want it. They want us pure. This is my this is the way I experience this. They want us to be men, and they want us to be pure, and they want us to be open and true to ourselves. So I think a woman with an open heart would never ask for something that would like bend me in a way that it starts to break me.
You never know. But for me, the question is also, also with this background, what's going on the last 3 years, the question is, as a man, are we willing to give up everything, our freedom, everything, our belief system, our value, just to keep it going? Or to say, okay, no price, then mankind is dying? That's the question. How far are we going?
Well, this is a 50-50.
Because sorry, Christian, once you give the little finger at the end, the whole hand is a gun. So you know what I mean? Because how far are you going to give up?
This is also a question of trust.
A good one.
Yeah. Do you look at this with a mindset of scarcity or a mindset of abundance? I expect beautiful win-wins to come out of it. It's just a search for more alignment. That's how I interpret it.
Absolutely. Because we strongly believe that the women have a good intention. And that's one thing, actually, that what we discussed in the show before, Alex. It's about how is your mind, you're always complaining, or you're negative, or you're in a positive mind. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so let's assume that the women have a positive intention to make it better. Yeah, to make it better. Okay, so we are willing to compromise and say, okay, we have to learn, we have to step down from our throne, or whatever we want to call it, from our toxic masculinity, and learn and listen to them and learn from them, and then also act. Well, some men are already starting to listen but not acting.
Yeah. This is like in a larger scale, something that happens to relationships. So if the woman makes the close call, like, okay, man, listen, I'm leaving. This is when a man sometimes has the chance to really crack open his heart, which can feel like losing a world, like losing everything. And this is the moment he really starts to connect with himself and with this female energy, with his wife or his girlfriend, I don't know, and starts to learn. And then he can take in the nourishing power of a woman and start to grow. And at first it might feel like the end of everything for a man, because he loses all his strategies. He loses all his patterns of behavior, his understanding of love will change dramatically. And that might happen to us too then as men. When we are really facing, okay, guys, this is it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we have to take it serious because some men are really they promise everything. They promise everything what they cannot realize just to keep it, and then the same shit starts again. So the message to men is really take it serious. Really, what Christian said, and you, Alex, go deep in your side. Yeah, listen to yourself, work on yourself, and don't promise things you never are willing to do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when people panic, they always say yes, 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 and then when you remember this when I remember when I was a small kid, you're in trouble. You're praying to God. When this is not happening, then I will do this and this and this forever. And then this threat is gone, and then you forgot it. You forgot it. What you promised.
Yeah.
So when you promise to your goddess, to your wife something, go for it. Go for it.
Better keep that promise. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and you're losing your credibility then if you say, okay, I'll change it, I'll do something, and you don't. So what should your woman rely on?
Absolutely. I don't remember, but I wrote something to that. I don't know, was it online or in a book I was reading? I'm reading 3 books at the moment, and somebody wrote, "What kicks you out?" And it was a man who said, "Promises that are broken." Promises that are broken.
Yeah.
A lack of trust.
Yeah, that makes you feel insecure. So
Yeah. It's all about trust building.
Yeah, and for the men, it's about becoming whole. Like, yes, you can promise something in a moment, and then you go through your life, and it's just your subconscious programming playing out, right? So things need to change beneath the surface for you to be able to live up to your promise, and that takes, it takes courage, it takes self-reflection, it takes work, it may take therapy, it may take medicine, whatever. One image that has really helped me to understand what does a whole man look like, how does he act and think, is described in the book of David Data, The Way of the Superior Man.
Good books. Yeah.
I've listened to it multiple times, and every time it's like gold, because he makes these deep principles about the feminine masculine energy, brings them really back to the practical embodiment in the here and now. And how do you act when your lady is complaining, or when she starts to cry out of nowhere? What does a real man do in that situation? And that really painted a picture in my mind that helped me understand better of how to really be there for a woman. And at the same moment, I keep bumping into myself, realizing that I don't always succeed in those situations. Sometimes a trigger goes off inside of me and I make things worse instead of better. And so that's a sign of something that I need to work on. Brings it back to personal responsibility again. But this book, David Data, The Way of the Superior Man, I wish they would just hand them out in every school to all the guys. Skip the rest of the curriculum, just do this one the rest of your life. I think we would already make some progress there.
Oh yeah. I absolutely agree with you. That's great books.
Absolutely. Alex, can you repeat the book and the author for our audience?
Yeah, it's David Data. So the surname is Deida. And the title of the book is The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. Thank you so much. So, gentlemen, wherever you're viewing or listening to the show, the topic is a little bit hypothetical. Yes, on a macro way, yes, of course. But on a micro level, it happens every day that the girl or the lady leaves the house or leaves the relationship. So that's where we go in this discussion is be prepared and don't let it don't let it end like this. So not being prepared to the scenario. So do it differently. Do it differently before it's too late. So, sometimes we regret things, but maybe it's a better strategy not to regret things, but because you didn't do it. Yeah. So really work on yourself, and it's always, it doesn't matter what topic we're discussing. It always starts with ourselves, working on ourselves. We only can make it better, this planet, our relationship, the company, whatever we're doing, when we start with ourselves. I know that you're both an expert on that, Christian and Alex. Can we speak a little bit about working on ourselves, how to start on that?
Sure.
So that we attract women or business or friends or whatever?
Well, I
Christian.
think first, to make it a little easier for the guys out there, there's one good thing. Well, there's a lot of good things to women, but one good thing is they have these very, very fine antennas. And when a woman feels a man is trying to work, he's going for it. Maybe he's not succeeding right now or in the first few steps, but he's wanting, he's going for it. They'll see that, and they see.
You mean appreciating the effort?
They appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. And this is something very good for us men, because we're kind of, as I experience it with men in my work, we're kind of slow progressors on that in the first steps, and then as we see, okay, this is the way it works, this is how it feels, it's getting better and better, I'm getting more powerful, I'm starting to shine, then we're taking up speed. So this is very cool to do it. The first time I started working on myself, like, I'm 48, it was in my early 30s, I would say, like 28 to 32. It felt like rock stones rolling around. It was really heavy. I didn't understand what was going on. I was feeling strange, weird feelings, stuff like that. I didn't know how to communicate my emotions, stuff like that. It was really intense time, and I'm still thankful for the men that stood beside me. They took me by the hand and say, okay, guy, this is okay what you're doing. This is, maybe it feels strange, but you're on right track. And they were there. They were there like a father or a grandfather or a mentor or something like that. And this was really, really helpful. So the conclusion of that, if you make the decision to work on yourself, hey, just Google it. There are so many good guys out there helping men to grow, to shine, to develop. So pick one. And if you feel good with this guy, stuck to this one until you feel like, okay, this is what I can learn from this guy. And then the next will show up. It's just the natural flow. And then you continue. This is like what I can say to that. I see Alex is nodding here.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Find something that resonates. Find someone that excites you. Find someone that feels like speaking truth, because it needs to be fun, It's a lifelong journey. So don't force it because you tell yourself, I need to listen to this person. But if you're not feeling it, there's 1,000 others out there.
Yeah. And there are so many inspirational men. I mean, Roland, when we talk, you inspired me so often. And that's great. I learn like in every communication we have. So this is great. And this is why I'm here, because it connects, it resonates, just like you said, Alex.
Absolutely. That's why I'm always saying, men need men to talk and realize, hey, I'm not alone with my thoughts or my anxieties or my questions, my doubting. It's just opening up and talking to other men and becoming a better version and learning from each other and connecting and sharing the experience, the good ones and the bad ones. So the good ones that we share them, and the bad ones that we don't make the same mistake a second time. Yeah, as long as we do it once, it's a learning, it's a feedback. When we do it twice or 3 times, maybe we should rethink a little bit our acting and behaving. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, next week is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is next week, and so my shout out to our audience is, gentlemen, it's not only next week. Hopefully, you celebrate your Valentine's Day with your beloved friend 365 times a year. It's just the one day. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you bring a present. It's not about bringing gifts, every day, but it's about taking care and enjoying the time together with the beloved ones. So you're not worrying about that she makes a decision one day. Yeah. Okay. Please. It's a good topic because next week is Valentine's Day, and some people will say, okay, it's Valentine, yes, and then what's the rest of the year? Okay, what's the rest of the year? The most important days are the other days. It's not the Valentine's Day. It's the other 364 days. That's what they make the relationship, not the Valentine's Day again. It's a good approach. Maybe it's a good start for you guys. Maybe it's a good start, yes. But think about all the other days too, okay? Because if not you, maybe somebody else is jumping in. Okay, so don't miss the train. The train is leaving the station. Don't miss the train, guys. By the way, gentlemen, a last question because we end up in 3 minutes. Valentine's Days. What are your thoughts about Valentine's Days?
As you said, it's every time should be Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So you should be with your women. You should be good connected. You should be honest to yourself, to your wife, of course, or girlfriend. Just be open, like 24/7. So Valentine should not be. It can be okay, like a party day for partying your connection or something, but the main line should be you always should really see and feel your partner and be willing to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, I also think Valentine's Day should be a reminder. Maybe you missed it the last days or weeks. Should be a reminder every day. Yeah. Alex, what's your thoughts about Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I agree with what you guys say. It should be every day, but on the other hand, it's good to have a reminder, and it's good to have an invitation to do something special together, to deepen the relationship further. Create a nice experience for you to maybe a ritual, or see it as an invitation to really make your love more explicit in certain ways. It can be through a gift, can be through even a handwritten letter, it can be through a walk in nature. So I think that's really an extra benefit, let's say, an open invitation to celebrate the love that you share.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, gentlemen, we're coming to an end. Thanks a lot. Please stay backstage for a short communication. And to our audience, your viewers, hope you enjoyed the show. Please, if you missed it or you jumped in later, the recording is on bonfiretalks.com. When you go on episode, you will see all the others, more than 30 episodes. We're almost a year here on USA Global TV and Radio with the show. If you have any comments, or if you have a topic, maybe you have a topic and said, hey, I didn't see this topic on the episode list. Maybe bring it on. Please write to us. We are more than open to discuss with you. Maybe you want to join us on one of the shows. Let us know. You're more than welcome. Thanks a lot for viewing us wherever you're viewing us, for listening us wherever you're listening us. Stay tuned. And remember, it's not only next week Valentine's Day. Guys, thank you so much. We talk backstage. Bye-bye, and see you at the next Wild at Heart show, Real Authentic Uncut, on USA Global TV and Radio next week, next Wednesday, same time, same station. Thanks, and bye-bye.
Thanks, Roland. Thanks, Alex.